Jordan Barrier, junior. Caleb Snide, senior. Nelson Pelton, a sophomore. We have Nathan Reynolds, a sophomore. We have Matt Gravel, a senior. We have Hayden Gay, a freshman. John Tregan, a senior. Brandon Warren, a sophomore. And Michael Reba, a junior.
Well, we're getting ready to start. Chazy takes the kickoff, and it goes into Barrier's foot. He goes to the opposite side of the field trying to find Pelton. Pelton loses the ball, pushes it up to McCarthy. And there is a handball on the Hornets, so the Eagles will get the ball about 15 yards far side. Again, they're going from right to left, and it's a Barrier setting up here for Chazy, setting up the direct kick here. And PHS goes into the defensive end. Chazy lines up on the offensive end. It's Barrier surveying the situation. He gets the go-ahead from the referee, and here goes Barrier with the kick. He sends a booming shot toward the 18, headed by, it looked like Reba, and offsides called. And I don't know who was that for Chazy. It was actually number 13, Matt Gravel. So Matt Gravel went up high for that to knock the ball, but there was offsides on the Eagles. So it will be Rowenbeck taking the kick here for the Hornets, and the ball goes to midfield over Pelton's head, headed by Tregan to the far sideline, but he's being challenged by Kilcarry. And it goes out of bounds. The call favors Chazy, so it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles. And actually it was a push, so it's a kick, another kick here for Chazy. And Nathan Reynolds, the sweeper for Chazy, will take the kick here. He's taking his time, and the referee Barron has him move the ball farther to the sideline. And Reynolds is checking it out, and he will send a kick up toward trying to find Caleb Snide. And it goes off of number 20 or number 22, Durham, out of bounds. And the ball comes in quickly over to Lauren, and it's kicked out. So Chazy's controlling here early, and it's Pelton trying to get the ball into number 9 here for Chazy on the far sideline. That comes up out of bounds. So throw in here for Tregan. He gives it up to Pelton about 20 yards in, far sideline. Chazy going from right to left. The ball comes into Lauren. Lauren loses it, picked up by the Hornets. Here come the Hornets at midfield. Ball pushed up to the center. Gravel knocks it away. Lauren comes up trying to miss Barrier, and Barrier fighting for the ball. Good effort by number 12. It would be Ferris for actually Worley for PHS. And I'm just getting the numbers a little mixed up, Joe. The uniforms are out to the right, and the numbers are to the left here, so we'll get this out. And there's a kick toward the goal, and Santor is there, and that would have been number 9, Dylan Esposito, getting the shot off, but no danger for Austin Santor. He'll work his way to the 18. He punts the ball toward midfield. It goes past midfield into PHS territory, and giving chase is McCarthy. McCarthy has nice speed, but it's knocked off the sideline by number 9, Esposito. And the ball goes to Chazy. Gravel with the throw-in. He's looking for McCarthy. McCarthy heads it up trying to find Lauren. It's cleared up toward midfield, controlled by number 12, Worley. Worley pushes it back up over to Kilcarry. Kilcarry gives it up to Durham, and Durham passes it into Chazy territory, picked up by Gravel. Gravel sends it to midfield, and there's Lauren. Lauren trying to control, but a nice job by number 21, Fout. He sends it into Chazy territory. Stepping up was number 16, Hayden Gay. He knocks it up to midfield, and it's controlled by the Hornets, number 8, Votra. Votra, one of the powerhouses here for the Hornets. He's an upperclassman being challenged by Caleb Snide. He sends the ball into the 18, coming outside the box is Santor, but going over to help is Gravel, and Gravel does a nice job to shield the ball, so it'll be a kick here for the Eagles.
Yeah, back and forth game. These teams are just feeling each other out right now. Kind of a little lackadaisical at times. You know, they're going to make it a little sloppy, but they're going to start getting a little crisper here as this game goes on. But let me tell you what, the heat is going to maybe take its toll in the second half.
It is definitely hot. We're sweating up here in the broadcast booth, and you can only imagine what the players are feeling down there on the field. And right now the ball is controlled by number 30, Kilcarry, being challenged by Gravel. It goes off the foot of Gravel on the near sideline. Again, PHS is going from left to right. It's the near sideline, not too far from us, just below the press box. The throw comes in, and trying to shield the ball is Esposito. He kicks it into Chazy territory. Tregan steps up, heads it up into PHS territory, controlled by the Hornets. Ball comes to the near sideline, given chase is number 29, Durham. He has it taken away by Gravel. Good job by Gravel, taken away from Durham. Durham back with the ball, pushes it up, coming over to get to the ball is number 21, Fout. Fout has the ball, has a little bit of room, being challenged by Garrow. He sends it to the middle of the field, and it's taken by Snide. Snide being challenged, is taken out by Voltra. Voltra now has control, pushing up, trying to find Knight, stepping up is Treakin. Treakin chips it up, but it goes back into the foot of the Hornets, and it's Knight with the ball in the 18, and he gets a weak shot off and deflects off the Chazy defender, so it will be a corner kick far sideline for the Hornets.
Nice passing by the Hornets. They try to play the same style as the Eagles. That's what makes this game so much fun to watch. It's just the styles are extremely similar, and they have the talent to do it.
It's almost like a chess match. Everybody's trying to control that midfield play. And right now it's a corner kick on the far sideline. And here comes the kick. And kick outside the box and headed into by number 9. Now it's volleyed in toward the net and headed out by Hayden Gay. Coming over is number 29. He sends it back into the box, and it's chipped out, and Lauren just hits a booming shot toward midfield. It bounces just shy of midfield into PHS territory, headed by number 30 Kilcarry back into Chazy territory, onto the foot of number 11 Bukala, and it goes out of bounds off of Chazy. The call bears 4 black, and it's number 30 Kilcarry taking the throw, and he gets it in quickly over to Worley. Worley pushes it up to number 21 Fout. Fout with it, switches fields, gets it up over to Voltra. Voltra's around midfield, takes a long booming shot, and that will go wide right of the net. So it'll be another goal kick for Chazy.
Good action here by PHS. PHS been supplying a little bit of pressure on the Eagles. Nothing really too serious, but they've got a few shots off. But Chazy's going to have to be careful they don't play back too far back on their heels.
Well, when you have two quality teams like Chazy and PHS, it is definitely a game of momentum, so it will go back and forth both halves. And right now, Chazy is in PHS territory, but it's deflected back into Chazy territory, controlled by Tregan. He sends it back over to Reynolds. Reynolds comes back to the near sideline, so Chazy does a nice job using the whole field. Gay trying to find Lauren. He does. Hits him right on the foot. Lauren turn. He's got room. There's some defenders back there, but it's Lauren working his way to the 18. Good speed, but a nice job by Esposito to knock it away, and it goes on to the foot of number 29 Durham. Durham sends it into Chazy territory, into the foot of Knight. Knight trying to get by number 26 Reba. Michael Reba pushes it up over to Snide. It goes off Snide's foot. It's a loose ball controlled by the Hornets. Number 21 Fout pushes it to Voltra. Voltra being guarded by Caleb Snide. Ball pushed far sideline. Knight giving chase, and it's Tregan and Knight. Tregan gets there first, knocks it out of bounds. There'll be a throw in here for the Hornets. The ball comes into Voltra from Knight. Voltra working his way far sideline. PHS going from left to right. Chazy from right to left. Ball goes toward the box, headed out by Reba. Lauren giving chase, and he's being challenged by number 9 Esposito. Good battle between Lauren and Esposito. Esposito, they're still fighting for that ball. There is a collision, and it is a push on Lauren and Barrier as number 9 Esposito goes on the ground. So it will be a kick here for the Hornets, and they're about 7 yards into Chazy territory around the midfield area. And the goalie coming out to take the kick. You don't normally see that, Joe.
No, you don't. I mean, this
He's a lefty.
could be precarious here. But
There's a
kick. That's why.
Beautiful kick, and
He's got to get back in his line fast.
yeah, well, he's hustled back there.
He's a big boy.
But a nice play by Santor to come off the line to get that ball. But that was a nice booming kick, and I think I understand now, Joe, why they have him do it.
Yeah, but it was. He needs to do it more direct. It was too lofty. You know, it was right to Santor. Santor had no problem handling it.
Well, right now the ball is at midfield, controlled by the Hornets, who just go into Chazy territory. It's number 12 Worley, but he has it taken away by Reba. Reba loses the ball back to Worley. Reba fighting for the ball, sends it cross field. Giving chase is Gravel, but it's picked up by number 29 Durham. Durham coming over, but Hayden Gay does a good job defensively to knock it away. The ball coming to the near sideline, and good hustle by Kilcarry. Kilcarry has it taken away by Gravel, and it just goes outside the line, so it'll be a throw in here for PHS, about 20 yards in Chazy territory.
You can see the difference between the teams here with the speed of PHS. PHS has great speed once again.
And there's a booming kick toward the 18. The ball is headed out by Nathan Reynolds. It goes on to the foot of Voltra. Voltra getting a shot off. He does, going down, diving to his right was Santor. A nice shot by Voltra, nice save by Santor.
Voltra does not mind pulling the trigger from approximately 35 yards out, and it looks like he puts it on net consistently.
Well, if you're just joining us, it's PHS and Chazy in the Frankie Garrow Memorial Tournament. Earlier today, it was Beatmantown beating Canton 3-1, so Beatmantown's in the championship game. Chazy is wearing their white uniforms, Plattsburgh in their black uniforms, and right now Chazy has a free kick just inside the PHS territory near sideline. It is Barrier taking the kick here for the Eagles. Nice booming kick toward the 18. The ball's headed out. Giving chase is Gravel, but Knight gets there first, and he gives it up over to Durham. Durham has the ball, trying to get by Gravel, pushes it to Knight, does a nice job being guarded by Barrier right in front of us here at midfield. Ball goes back to number 30, Kilcarry. Kilcarry with the ball, trying to find somebody. He tries to get it on the foot of Worley. Worley does get it, tries to get it to Knight. He does. Some nice ball movement here by the Hornets. Ball into the open space and just out of the reach of Durham, but nice ball movement by the Hornets.
Great ball movement by the Hornets. The Hornets are controlling this game so far. As far as possession, they putting more passes together at this time, and Chazy's just trying to find their legs. You can see the youth. We have Gravel coming off the field, and Hunter Dominy going in for Matt Gravel in this left halfback position.
So Hunter Dominy into the game. We are now under the 30-minute mark. Here we played 10 minutes here in the first half, no score, and it is Dominy who just checked into the game, has the ball right now being guarded by Durham. Dominy working his way through midfield, does a nice drive getting by Durham. Nice speed by Dominy. He's looking around, trying to get it through over to Lauren. Lauren trying to get through, and what a big play by number 11? That would be Bukala. Did a nice job. If Lauren gets by him, it could be lights out on that one, and good job by Bukala.
That was started by Dominy right back here. He had a lot of space. He used it in a beautiful thread to try to find Lauren.
And then you have Nathan Reynolds coming from the sweeper position, taking the throw, and he's deep into PHS territory on the near sideline here.
You're going to see why he does this too.
And there it is. It's like a corner kick into the box, and it's headed out by the Hornets, giving chase is Dominy. Dominy trying to push it back over to Ariba, but it's taken by Knight. Knight working his way to midfield, gets it into Chazy territory on the foot, just passing by number 18, Carpenter. And it comes all the way back to midfield into the foot of Kilcarry. Kilcarry in the open space on the near sideline, deep in Chazy territory. Giving chase is number 16, Hayden Gay. One times it over to Nathan Reynolds, who sends it toward midfield, headed by Brandon Lauren onto the foot of Dominy. Dominy has it taken away by number 8, Botra. Botra now working his way, and that would be a foul on Barrier. He takes Botra out.
That's a little frustration foul right there with Barrier. Botra's been having his way with Barrier in the middle of the field, and Barrier's going to have to step up.
Well, right now we have a direct kick just outside the 18, so this is a wonderful opportunity for the Hornets. You get this close, Joe, we know those are always dangerous.
Yeah, that's a high percentage of goals scored in games scored off these free kicks.
Well, PHS has outshot Chazy 4-0 at this point.
Get in!
And like you said, they're controlling the game right here, at least in the first half, and they have another wonderful opportunity here with Botra taking the direct kick here just on the far side of the 18-meter sideline. And there's a kick, and he took an outside shot, outside off his foot.
Yeah.
It deflected off a Chazy defender, but that thing was like a knuckleball.
Yeah, Botra looks like the Esposito, especially Botra. Botra's our go-to guy. He has a great shot. He's gotten bigger and stronger since last year, and he's, what, a junior now? He's only a junior, so you've got another year facing him.
Well, taking the kick here, the corner kick for the Hornets, it looks like number 19, Jacob Merrill. He's a lefty. He bends it in very nicely. And there's a shot. Oh, what a save by Santor.
Holy cow.
That ball was ripped. It was going upper right side, and Santor goes off his feet. And the defense of Chazy can congratulate Santor on that one.
They better buy him a soda at the end of the game because they let that ball land in the middle. You cannot let a ball land in the middle if you're defending that. That's just, you can't do it. And that proved why. They got a phenomenal shot off him. Santor was equal.
Well, it's a throw-in on the far sideline. The ball comes in, headed into the 18. This is dangerous. Santor's out of the box, but it's headed wide of the net. So it'll be a goal kick for Chazy. So the Eagles dodged a bullet there, Joe.
They've been, they did. They dodged a major bullet. PHS is getting comfortable, and Chazy's playing back in their heels. And you can see the youth. They're going to have to gel here pretty soon because you give PHS enough chances like that, they're going to sink one.
Well, there's a kick. It goes wide right, and the whistle was blown. I'm not sure what happened there. There was some kind of foul, but Chazy will get the ball, a direct kick just 10 yards into their territory, close to midfield, far sideline, close to the stands. And it looks like it's Barrier taking the kick, far sideline. And Jordan Barrier will step up to the ball. He drills it toward the 18. Over the head of Snide, and it is number 3 McCarthy into the box trying to get through, and it's cleared out. So nice job defensively by the Hornets. McCarthy was there.
I'll tell you what, They were fortunate there too. The Hornets. Chazy's had 2 chances. Nothing on goal.
No, but no.
Nothing on goal yet.
I mean, the shots are 5-0 favoring the Hornets, and it's not too often that you see Chazy being outshot in a game, but they are playing one of the best in the CBAC tonight.
This is what it's about. This is a
Short kick by the goalie, and it's McCarthy. McCarthy pushes it up over to Lauren. Lauren back to McCarthy. McCarthy into the box, trying to get a shot off. It's McCarthy.
Yeah.
He goes wide right.
Wow.
Oh, what a giving goal by McCarthy and Lauren.
I don't know how he missed that
And
one.
Rowanbeck came off the line, and we thought for sure up here that McCarthy had it, and it went wide of the net, Joe. Wow.
That was a phenomenal chance. You know, the mistake by Rowanbeck. Couldn't capitalize on it, unfortunately, McCarthy. But he was going to dream about that if Chazy loses this game tonight.
Well, what's impressive was the unselfish play of McCarthy and Lauren together. It was just give and go. That was pretty.
It was beautiful. Lauren was looking for him, and it was you know, that's most goals are scored off mistakes. You know, Coach Brendler told me that having 30 years ago, and he was right. You know, it's just the way it is. And Rowanbeck made a serious one there that luckily didn't cost his team because they've been playing extremely well up to this point.
Well, the ball's at midfield to McCarthy's foot. He loses it over to Votra. Votra at midfield. He looks left side. He goes far side. And giving chase is number 18, Carpenter. And at least that's the number I'm picking up there, Joe, if you can get that for me.
18, yeah.
It is 18, right? It is Carpenter. And the ball's kicked quickly by Tregan to midfield, and it is Snide pushes it up over to the far side, trying to get it onto the foot of Lauren. Lauren gives it to Pelton. Pelton with some good speed, but he's being challenged by Votra, and Votra has got equal speed to Pelton. He gets to the ball, and he just knocks it to the near sideline, but Lauren quickly grabs the ball, and he's trying to work his way to the 18 far sideline. He's close to the fan base on the far sideline. It goes out of bounds, so Chazy will have a throw-in as close to the end line as you can possibly get.
Ethan Votra coming right into his zone. He is all over the field for PHS, defensive end, offensive end. Right now, I'd have to say he's the dominant player on the field for both teams. But Chazy's down in their zone again. Chazy's coming back. So they haven't broken yet, which is good. We still have a 0-0 to score with 23:30 left.
Here comes a throw-in from Reynolds, who came in from the sweeper position. They're right into the box. The ball is trying to be headed over the head of everybody. And Domini's there. It's knocked away, and there's a kick by Reba. He rips one off of Domini. Domini just outside the 18. He's trying to work his way to the near sideline into the open space, but he's guarded by the PHS defense. It is Domini. Domini with the ball. Sends it across, and it goes through on just past McCarthy's foot, headed by Reba back into the 18. Giving chase is Pelton. Pelton fighting for that ball. It's Pelton far sideline being challenged by the PHS defense. It is number 18. Carpenter does a nice job knocking out. I told you, Joe, it's a game of momentum. Right now, the momentum is favoring Chazy.
Good back and forth action. McCarthy's had 2 chances. You know, that was another. Just couldn't get a foot on it. It was a quick ball. Great service by Domini. You know, good work by Domini on this near side. You know, one-on-one to get that service off.
Here comes another throw-in into the box again, and there's a quick shot. It's a weak one, goes out the defense, and it's cleared out. And PHS is now dodging a few bullets right now. And it is Nathan Reynolds. Left foot drills a shot wide right. PHS. Chazy said it went off a defender. Barron and Kowalski said no way, it's going to be a goal kick.
Yeah, substitutes going in for PHS number 22. Joe Toloski, we have number 12. CJ Worley, and I did not, or number 10, excuse me, that would be Connor Benoit going back in.
Well, Benoit or Benoit, I think it's Benoit.
Benoit?
I think so.
Isn't the French pronunciation?
Joe, we can do that.
Hey, why not?
We'll go each way. You call the French version, I'll call the American version.
You can't be wrong.
No, nobody can be upset. It's McCarthy fighting for the ball. It's Votra now. Durham. He sends it up into the open space. Giving chase is Hayden Gay. And nice hustle by number 18, Carpenter. But it goes into the open space to Ganga. It's number 14. It is Mitch. I see it as Ganga. And it's into the hands of Santor. He'll work his way to the 18. He punts the ball. He'll be just short of the midfield, but it's a nice trap by Domini. Domini being challenged by number 22, Toloski, who just checked into the game. It's now sent to the middle of the field. It's Votra and Snide fighting for the ball. Votra wins that battle, comes to the near sideline off the head of number 18, Carpenter, and coming over is Nathan Reynolds, the sweeper, and he drills it to midfield, and it's controlled by number 9, Esposito. Esposito switches fields far sideline over to Crockett. Shea Crockett with the ball, sends it up, and it's now into the foot of number 8, Votra. Votra goes back over to Benoit. Benoit with the ball. He's working his way, and it's knocked out by Caleb Snide trying to find Lauren at midfield, and it's controlled by the PHS defense and quickly sent toward the 18 of Chazy, and it's knocked away by Hayden Gay to midfield and headed up back into Chazy territory. And it is Tregan with the ball, goes over his head, and coming over to help out is Pelton, and Pelton just wisely gets rid of the ball, letting the defense for Chazy resettle.
Yeah, that was actually not a bad play. I usually don't like to see players just kick it out, but that wasn't too bad. It was a good time to do it.
We're back to the action here. The ball is in Chazy territory, far sideline. PHS is going from left to right. If you're just joining us,
trouble.
There is no score, and that ball just went wide of the net. We are now at the 20-minute mark. We played one half of one half. 20 minutes, no score. The shots favor the Hornets 6-2. Both have had wonderful opportunities, Joe.
Yeah, Chazy had a flurry of activity on the Hornet end. Hornets almost scored it. Santor made a phenomenal save. But you see the youth of the defense of Chazy not letting that ball land. They just can't let that ball land in the box on a corner kick.
Well, the ball is back in play in Chazy territory. Fighting for the ball is Domini. Domini has Gay behind him, pushes it back to Gay, and it goes off of the foot of number 18 Carpenter. And the ball goes against.
How is that?
It goes against Chazy.
You're right, exactly. He played it forward, went up.
And now with number 22, Toloski looking to take the throw, and he gives it up to Jordan Knight. So Knight will take the throw in here for PHS on the near sideline, about 3/4 of the way down, as they go from left to right. And here goes a throw, and it works its way into the box. Headed by Caleb Snide, does a nice job, and it goes out of bounds, but he said it went off the defender in front of Caleb. I thought Caleb got there, and so it's a goal kick.
That's a name you're going to have to be calling more if the Chazy Eagles are going to be successful. Is Barrier and Snide. Basically, Voltra's taking both of them right out the game. Controlling the midfield in a great manner is Voltra for PHS.
Well, the ball is in PHS territory. Now it's quickly in the Chazy territory. His ball is headed up to Knight. Knight quickly gives it up over to number 22, Toloski. Toloski with the ball being challenged by Hunter Domini, and the ball is knocked over to Kyle Knight. Knight being guarded by Hayden Gay. Gay and Knight fighting for the ball near sideline. And it is Knight and Gay still fighting for the ball. Knight gets the shot off into the box. Goes over the head of everybody. Coming off the line is Santor, and he does a nice job as he gets there before Benoit gets there.
Yeah, great job with Knight against the freshman Hayden Gay. But Hayden Gay is doing a good job of containment. They're not really getting by him. The freshman is playing okay here for the first part of this game.
Well, the ball, nice booming kick in the Chazy territory, and it is number 20, Lauren, on the far sideline. He's being guarded by Esposito. Lauren trying to get by Esposito. He gets a shot off, and it goes off of the number 30, Kilcarry. And there's a quick shot by Caleb Snide, but it goes way wide left of the net. But you said Caleb's got to get in the game. He got in the game on that one.
Yeah, they both do, both the midfielders for the Eagles, because you can see the difference in PHS midfielders. Granted, they replaced everybody from last year, but
they're good.
They're great. The Voltra has impressed me so far.
Rowan Beck does a nice kick. It's at midfield. The ball goes off the head of Reba. Reba heads it back up into the air, and the ball is headed back over to Reba. He sends it up over to Domini. Domini fighting for the ball at midfield. It's Domini with the ball, looking to switch fields. He does. Trying to get to the streak, and who's out there is that Matt Gravel. Matt Gravel, far sideline. And it's Gravel battling for the ball. I couldn't pick up the number of the PHS defender, but he does a nice job knocking it out. So corner kick, I think this is the first one for the Eagles, as they are being outshot 6-2. If you're just joining us, there is no score. We're at the George Brendler Field in Chazy. It's a hot, muggy night, and the shots favor PHS. It's been an exciting game so far, and the Eagles will take their corner kick, and it looks like Nathan Reynolds, I think, went up there to take the kick.
It looks like it is.
There's a nice feed into the
Usually
box.
Barrier does those, though.
And it could be Barrier. And nice job of the goalie, Chris Romanbeck, to come off the line. He gets that header toward the
You
net.
can see the size. The size helped him on that one. He's a big young man.
Yes,
He's
he is.
huge.
So I guess a goalie like that, you want to go low, would be my guess.
Just get by.
Nice booming kick goes off the head of Tregan, and it will go out of bounds 10 yards into Chazy territory, far sideline. Again, PHS is going from left to right. Chazy from right to left. PHS in their black uniforms, Chazy in their white uniforms.
Chazy's had a few chances, but Rolenbeck really hasn't been tested. He hasn't had to make the great save like Santor had to make earlier. his defense is doing a good job keeping the ball out of the net.
Now, they've only given up 2 shots up to this point, and the ball is controlled by the Hornets. It goes out of bounds, and it's a quick throw-in. It goes over the head of Tregan. Giving chase is Reynolds. He'll kick the ball up far sideline. It goes out right at midfield, far sideline, so throw in for the Hornets. Ball comes into Chazy territory deep. It's Tregan. He sends it up over to Snide. Snide one time to McCarthy. McCarthy goes down, and there's the whistle as he was taken down by Esposito. So it'll be a kick here, a free kick here for the Eagles, just shy of midfield, far sideline.
Pretty good game so far, Joey.
Well, I
Good
think,
action.
and we got a good fan base here tonight.
Oh,
The
a lot of
stands,
people.
a lot of
across
fans
there.
here.
We have the Mickey fries going. The
Snack Shack.
Okay, everything is in tune here this year.
It's they had it here for the start of the game. It was nice to see that fans need their nourishment as they watch a good, exciting game. And the ball was
Nice
kicked to
ball.
Knight. Knight working his way to the 18. Knight looking to get a shot off.
Nice
He
goal.
does.
Oh!
Knight
Off
rips
the
it off the
crossbar.
far goal post.
Yeah.
You can see that play
Wow.
develop, and
Holy
Chazy
cow.
dodged another bullet. That ball was hitting the open space, and Kyle Knight with the, or not Kyle, Jordan Knight with his speed, he drilled that ball
Wow.
far goal post.
That was a great shot.
Well, sometimes the goalpost can be your friend or enemy, and right now it's Austin Santor's friend.
Luckily for the Chazy Eagles.
Well, the ball's a booming kick back toward the Chazy net, and Santor comes off his line right to the 18. The ball just drifts.
Who fed that ball tonight? Because that was a beautiful feed. I did not see who.
It started
fed
at
that.
midfield. It was a quick kick.
It was a great feed.
And speaking of Knight, he slipped, and it is Reba sending it up over to McCarthy. McCarthy in PHS territory switches fields, and there goes the speed of Lauren. Lauren with some nice speed, but Crockett giving chase, Crockett challenging, and there's a cross by Lauren, and it goes over the end line, and Jimmy Barron says, goal kick. Coming into the game for PHS is Casey Buck. Coming out of the game is number 12, CJ Worley. We have no score with 13 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first half. It's been an exciting first half. Definitely, I'd have to give the advantage to the Hornets, Joe.
Yeah, so far, with the shots on goal, the quality of shots, they've had 2 great
Come on,
chances.
White, come on!
Chazy's had 2 great chances, but they've only had those 2. I mean, you can see PHS, they work the ball.
Here it goes
very
again.
well.
It's number 29. It is Durham. He tried to get it up over to Buck, who just checked into the game. The ball is deflected to midfield, picked up by Votra. Votra goes to the far sideline onto the foot of number 18, Carpenter. Carpenter back to Votra. And now the ball is cleared up to midfield by Tregan. And giving chase is Lauren and McCarthy. McCarthy with the ball. He tried to split the defense, but nice job as it's cleared here to the near
Right,
sideline.
he got away with a mistake right there. The defender for PHS, he got away with a big mistake right there.
Well, Kid Killer at midfield. He sends it up trying to find number 7 Buck, but nice job by Reynolds to head it up to midfield. Here comes Domney near sideline. Domney looking to get past the defense, sends it up to McCarthy. McCarthy with the ball, has good speed, tries to go between the legs of number 11 Bukala, but he's still being guarded by Bukala, and he sends it to the open space. It's a foot race, and it's picked up by the Hornets. Ball sent up toward midfield onto the foot of Buck. Buck does a nice job, open space. Here comes Knight. Knight and Reynolds. Reynolds trying to get to the ball with Knight. He pushes it up over to rebound. Knight, nice speed, gets to the ball
Great speed
first.
by Knight.
Knight looking to drill it. He does. And it goes far right. But Knight is dangerous up there.
Oh, yeah.
And the defense has to be careful or he'll find the back of the net.
He almost found it about maybe 2 minutes ago and get another crack at it there. Did you see him get down? He fell down, gets right back up right after the ball, and it just like a gazelle. Great speed.
Well, Domini's out of the game, and Cody Toohill has just checked into the game here for the Eagles. And there's the kick by the Eagles, and it's headed into PHS territory, controlled by the defense. Giving chase is McCarthy. McCarthy trying to pickpocket the ball. He does, but the defense is there to knock it back to midfield, and it goes on to the foot of number 21, Fout. Fout with the ball at midfield, barrier coming over, but he pushes it back into PHS territory on the foot of Kilcarry, who now takes it into PHS Chazy territory. He sends it to the open space, and Toohill just checking into the game, gets there first, has it knocked away by Durham. And we have a whistle on the field, and it's against the Eagles.
Maybe a card, it looks like?
It looks like, well,
Yeah, he's not
he was
pulling it
reaching, but he said grabbing. It was a pull on the Eagles.
I don't know who it was. It was the far side. So.
But we have Knight taking the kick here as we approach the 11-minute mark with no score here at the George Brendler Field for the Frankie Garrow Memorial Soccer Tournament.
Oh, nice
And there's
cut.
a nice feed, and it goes over the foot of, or the hand of Santor. It's open. And they dodge another bullet. Great opportunities for the Hornets.
We can't keep dodging bullets like this all evening. The Eagles.
That went over Santor's head.
It's just they're having PHS service after service in there, and they're looking good. They're strong. And even the guys coming off the bench are contributing a lot.
Yeah, it was a nice opportunity for the Hornets, and you had Gravel coming off and Pelton coming into the game. And here's a throw in by Knight. He's going into the box. And there's a Voltra gets a shot off.
Wow.
It goes wide, far wide of the net. But yeah, another opportunity. And PHS is having their way here with Chazy the last 5 minutes.
9 shots to 2 at this juncture of the game. We have 10 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Still a 0-0 to score. And I think Chazy is pretty lucky to come out of here with a 0-0 at this point.
Well, the half isn't done yet, Joe.
No.
but at this point, you're right, it is 0-0. And it's Tregan at midfield. He sends it to the far sideline. Giving chase is Lauren. He has wonderful speed out there. He gets to the ball first near the goal line. He sends it into the box over the head of McCarthy, headed out by the defense of PHS. Ball is cleared out, and here comes Snide. He gets a low shot off, and it goes off the foot of number 9, Esposito. Loose ball controlled by Lauren. Lauren trying to control it, trying to chip it up to Pelton. Pelton giving chase, passes it back to Barrier. Barrier loses it, and it goes on to the foot of number 7, Buck. Buck gets it to midfield. It's open space time. Giving chase is Cahill as well as Hayden Gay. He sends it to midfield, and stepping up is Voltra. He puts it onto the foot of number 14, Gunga. Gunga working his way down, and it will be... They're calling a corner kick.
How does it go that way?
Well, the referees are talking here. Barron and Kowalowski are talking. And they do switch the call. It is a goal kick.
Okay.
And Coach McAuliffe was wondering how
I would
how that could happen.
I would have to go with Mr. Barron on this one.
Yeah, well, if they're going that way and ball goes on the end line, you would think.
Normally we have the senior, Rabideau, going in.
Andrew Rabideau, he's got some nice deceiving speed out
Yes,
there.
he does. Yes, he covers a lot of territory in a short amount of time. Very unselfish player, too. I remember him trying to feed Frankie Garrow last year.
Yes, he did.
So.
Yes, I do remember that very, very well. And the ball's kicked up toward midfield. It is Snide, has it knocked away at midfield, controlled by the Hornets. Ball goes to the far sideline. It's number 12, Worley, back into the game, looking to get a shot off, sends it to the top of the 18. And the ball it's a loose ball. It could be anybody's ball. It's in the box. And PHS knocks it off the end line, so a goal kick here for Chazy. So if you're Coach McAuliffe, what do you do at halftime here? I mean, these boys, it's been...
What I'm looking at right now is the lack of midfield effort for Chazy. I shouldn't say effort. It's just they're being dominated. You know, I'm looking at what's going on. Voltra is just a one-man wrecking crew out there. He's everywhere, and he's doing the correct things. He just missed a goal probably 4 minutes ago. He's everywhere. Knight's having a good game for the Eagles. McCarthy's got to find the back of the net with Lauren. They got to work together.
They are the guns for the Eagles this year, and it is at midfield, controlled by the Hornets. They go far sideline. Giving chase is Tregan, as well as number 12, Worley. And it goes out of bounds, throw in for Chazy. Tregan looking to go up the line, taking his time. Now he gets it up into the foot of, on the far sideline. Who is that for Chazy? Is that Barrier? Or that was Snide? Snide sends it up over to McCarthy. It's McCarthy. There's also 4 defenders for PHS. He's taken down.
Can't do it.
No, you can't take him down like that.
But you know what? I think he got ball.
He probably did.
I think he got ball, but you know, it's from behind. It looked like a good defensive play from here. He got ball first. You get ball first, it's yours. And the referee, I don't know if he's playing it safe if he comes from behind like that, because you don't want to see anybody get hurt, but it looked like a good defensive play.
Barrier gets a shot off, and it goes wide, headed by, opportunity.
McCarthy misses.
It got by the hands of Rowanbeck, and McCarthy heads the ball just over the crossbar. So Chazy had an opportunity, and they don't. So the first half, Joe, both teams have not capitalized on the opportunities they've had.
Not yet. You know, it's first game of the season. It's a big game, you know, and you can see maybe the frustration level might be going up a little bit for both teams. If it's only the first half, we have 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. But you know, you get those opportunities against a good team only about 3 or 4 times a game, and Chazy hasn't been able to do it. PHS has been able to have time after time down deep in the Chazy zone.
Well, right now they're in Chazy territory, far sideline. It is Votra. We've said his name a lot here in the first half. Tregan takes him out, and it will be a free kick here for the Hornets far sideline, about 3/4 of the way down, and they're going from left to
This is
right.
right here is where you got to be careful if you're on the defensive end with a little bit more than 5 minutes left and you get a free
They
kick
just
out
do a
there.
short kick, and they give it to Knight. Knight drills it, but it goes off of, I think, is it Reba down there that took it off the back?
Pelton.
For Chazy, is it number 8?
8 is Rabbit.
Actually, it went off
Ball
Rabbit.
doesn't land.
So
Come,
it'll
get
be
in
a
the
throw in
house.
here, far sideline here for the Hornets. It is Jordan Knight with the throw-in. Nice throw-in into the box, and it goes right into the hands of Santor. Santor stood his ground. He works his way to the 18. It is Austin Santor with 5:20 to go. We do not have a score here at the George Brendler Field between these two powerhouse soccer teams here of the North Country, the Hornets of PHS and the Eagles of Chazy. Ball's at midfield, controlled by Votra. So Votra has been controlling the midfield, as Joe has been saying all this first half. He tries to go far sideline. Pelton's there. He's fighting Knight. Knight and Pelton fighting for that ball. It's Knight winning the battle. He sends it into the open space, far sideline, just out of the reach of number 18, Carpenter. And it'll be a throw in here for Chazy, and it will be Tregan with the ball, taking the throw in. And we've got some substitutions coming in. Lauren back into the game. Toohill out of the game. And it looks like McCarthy coming out of the game. And going in is Gravel. So some substitutions here by Coach McAuliffe. And it is the ball's at midfield, sent back toward the 18 of Chazy. Headed out by Reynolds to the near sideline here. Gravel giving chase, but he's being challenged. And it is Hayden Gay sending it up to number 24, Lauren. Lauren sends it to midfield to Rabideau. And it's Lauren and Rabideau. Rabideau with the ball. He makes a nice move to get by the defense. He gets by number 12, Worley. And there's that deceptive speed we talked about, Joe, with Andrew Rabideau. And he loses it on the near sideline, but good effort by Andrew Rabideau. That'll be a throw in here for PHS. Checking into the game is Lucian Durham. And coming out of the game is number 12, CJ Worley. Ball comes into Durham, who just checked into the game. He's controlling it, but taken by Gravel.
Nice job.
Gravel pushed him behind. And of course, we can't forget the big goal that Gravel had last year.
Mark the ball.
Great one.
He had a winning goal to get Chazy into the state championship game against Hamilton.
McCarthy had the one before that.
And McCarthy tied it. And right now we have Barrier taking this free kick about 20 yards in, and there's our number 1 fan on the sideline. Emily, we gotta love Emily. And here comes Barrier with the kick.
Play big, Chris. Play big.
He chips it far sideline, and it's into the box, headed up into the air. Pelton goes up, he heads it in, and PHS trying to clear it out, and it is the Eagles far sideline, number 18 for Chazy. Or number 19,
Pull the trigger.
was Tregan, and the ball shot wide of the net, so Chazy had everybody up there, and they're trying to get that lead, and it goes off the end line. We have 3 minutes here left. We have no score if you're just joining us between PHS and Chazy. It is a goal kick here for the Hornets. It's Rowanbeck taking the kick here for PHS. Ball going toward midfield, and it goes into Chazy territory. Pelton with the ball, but he loses it, and it's controlled by the offense of PHS, Kilcarry, far sideline. He's trying to get a shot off. He pushes it back. And there goes a weak shot. It goes off of Tregan. Pelton giving chase, as well as now number 22, Toloski. Toloski takes it off of Pelton, so it will be a throw in here for PHS.
Wow, you know what, Joey? It's a hazy.
Ball doesn't land.
Here. It could be.
Well, I don't know if it's Hayes or Mickey Fries. I'm not sure which one it is here. But the ball goes into the box, and Chazy's trying to clear it out. And it is headed out and coming to the near sideline is Gravel. Gravel trying to battle number 29, and that would be Durham.
Nice service by Durham.
Serves it in there, but it's cleared out by the defense of Chazy.
Nice ball.
Onto the foot of Lauren, back over to Rabideau. Rabideau back to Lauren, just too far ahead of him, and it goes onto the foot of Bukala. He switches fields, ball now into Chazy territory as they work their way to the 18. It is number 11, Bukala. And he was taken down, so they're going to have a free kick outside the 18. Another good opportunity here for the Hornets.
Approximately a minute and 30 left. Chazy has to defend well on this one. Looks like, is that Votra taking that? He does everything else for them. I'm sure it's going to be Votra.
Austin!
What a nice player he is to watch.
We have a minute 24 to go here in the first half. No score. Shots favor the Hornets 9-3. And look, he's going to let it rip. He does. And Santor's there. There's a rebound.
Yeah.
Scores. And Santor could not handle the shot.
No, great shot.
And it was a good effort by the offense of PHS to take it in. and we're trying to see who scored that goal.
He jumped on a goal mine right there. Vocha served it up, drilled the shot at Santer. Santer let a little rebound go up, and that's why you got to follow your shot.
And it looks like it was number 18. It was Carpenter. So Carpenter gets the goal.
Big goal here just before the first half ends with a minute and 12 seconds left.
A minute 12 left, and there's the goal. So you have Carpenter getting the goal on a Votra shot, direct kick. So it's 1-0 PHS, but there was only a little over a minute in the first half left in the game. And PHS takes advantage and goes up 1-0 here on the Eagles. And the ball back into Chazy territory. A nice job of Reynolds. He switches fields, goes over to Pelton. There's now a minute left here in the first half, and it goes off the PHS player. It'll be thrown for Chazy, far sideline. Pelton quickly with the ball. Throwing it into Snide. Snide pushing it back. It goes over to Reba. Reba trying to find Gay. Gay comes into the open space. He sends it up, trying to find Gravel over Gravel's head onto the foot of number 30, Kilcarry. Kilcarry sends it up over to Durham. Durham trying to find Knight, but here comes Gravel. Gravel pushes it back over to Reynolds. Reynolds booms it up toward midfield, trying to find Lauren. It goes off the head of Kilcarry near sideline. We have 14 seconds, and it's quickly sent back up into Chazy territory. Giving chase is Carpenter, who
nice
just
play
scored a
by
goal,
Gay.
and Hayden Gay does a nice
Great play
job
by
to
the
disrupt
freshman
it.
Gay. Good job.
And
by
the
Gay.
first half is coming to an end. And the first half has come to an end. Chazy scores or gets scored on late in the first half. PHS leads 1-0. You are listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country, hometown radio WIRY. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
You look at the totality of the game. Chazy had 3 good chances. PHS has had many more, and they capitalized on one.
Well, we've started the second half, and PHS took the kickoff, and they're in Chazy territory, and it's cleared here to the near sideline. Remember, Chazy's going from left to right, PHS from right to left, and it's Tregan fighting for the ball, and he sends it up over to, it goes into the foot of Lauren. Lauren trying to get by one defender, trying to get by 2, and it's knocked away, and it's picked up by Lauren. So Lauren does a nice job, and he's looking like he's trying to take it into his hands here. It's Lauren working his way to the 18. He looks like a man possessed out there right now. It is Brandon Lauren picking up the pace here, and it goes off the defense of PHS, and I think the talking by Coach McAuliffe has these boys stirred up here for the second half.
At least it has Brandon Lawrence stirred up, but he should have picked his head up a little bit. He had McCarthy, looked like wide open on the far side. It's good to try to create something, but you create more if you pick your head up a little bit. But good work by Lauren.
Nathan Reynolds with the throw and sends it to the 18. The ball's headed to Knight. Knight in the open field. He's taking it up, and giving chase is Reba. Reba is deflected by Tregan. He does a nice job getting by Reba, and that's Knight. Now Knight doing it. He gets by, what a play by Knight. What a show by Knight. Oh, he takes a shot on the outside of his foot. What an effort by Jordan Knight. It goes off the Chazy defense, and he got by 3 Chazy defenders, and he almost scored on that. That was pretty.
Kind of like a Keystone Cops a little bit.
What an effort by Jordan Knight. It'll be a corner kick on the far sideline. It is 38-26 here left to go in the first half, and it'll be a corner kick far sideline. PHS going from right to left.
That was a great chance for PHS from right to
There's
left.
a nice feed. This is dangerous, and it goes off the PHS offensive player is headed just wide of the net, so it'll be a goal kick here for Chazy. And setting up is Reynolds. He'll take the kick here for the Eagles.
Good run there, Jordan Knight. Send one across the goal.
And he sends it toward midfield. It goes off the head of Barrier to Lauren. Lauren trying to get there, but nice job by number 11, Bukala. He gets there first, and it goes on to the foot of Benoit. Benoit sends it into Chazy territory, but it is Tregan. He has room. He's looking for somebody. He gets it up into the foot of Lauren. Lauren knocks it over to McCarthy. McCarthy pushes it up over to Snide. Snide now trying to send it over to the far sideline and trying to find number 7.
That was some of the best work I've seen Chazy do the whole game.
Yeah, you saw like 3 passes in a row.
So maybe we can get something together.
So the Eagles have picked up the intensity here in the second half, and it is a goal kick, goes off the end line. So you know that whatever Coach McAuliffe said to him this first at halftime, they picked up the intensity here in the second half.
Yeah, they did, but you got to give Knight credit too. He burned 3 guys for Chazy to break right in on Santor, and then luckily for the Eagles, it went wide. But what a great effort by Knight.
Well, you have Rowan back getting ready to take the goal kick here, and coming off the field is number 10, Benoit. I'm not quite sure what's going on. He just wants some water. There's stoppage of play right now, and I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, the clock is stopped here at 36:58 left in the second half.
So Dominique came off, so there might be some blood.
Jewelry.
Oh, jewelry, okay.
Chazy player.
Calvin from Hometown Cable tells us it was jewelry, so they have to take Hunter Dominique off. And going into the game is Matt Gravel. It's a throw in here for the Hornets right below us here at midfield. And the ball goes to number 10, Benoit. Benoit gives it back over to number 25, Crockett. Crockett sends it to the 18, and the ball is headed out by Nathan Reynolds onto the foot of Tregan. John Tregan sends a booming kick into PHS territory. Coming off the line is Rowan Beck, and it was too much, and Rowan Beck easily gets to the ball. He'll take his time.
I'll tell you what, that's what Chazy is lacking right here is their transition game. They don't have a transition game here this evening. You know, the PHS is doing a great job disrupting it. And you got to give credit to the midfield of the Hornets.
Well, they have excellent speed, excellent skill, and that will happen when you have you possess those two attributes in a soccer field. And the ball is now boomed by the Eagles into PHS territory. It's not too often you see Chazy play the boom kick here.
Well, they have to. You know, it's what they're comfortable doing right now. But I think that's what McCullough probably told them at halftime. You got to get we need a transition game. They had basically lacked one the whole first half. You didn't see the defense setting anything up like it did PHS. You know, once again, you got to give the midfielders for the Hornets credit.
Well, the ball's kicked into Chazy territory, and it's a loose ball, and it's being picked up here by the Hornets. It's knocked away, now controlled by the Eagles. Ball kicked up far sideline, trying to find the foot of Gravel, and the ball is now cleared into PHS territory. Lauren, and it could be the strategy is boot it up there and let Lauren and McCarthy with their speed try to get a breakaway here, but it is Lauren with the ball. Lauren has a couple defenders on him. He's being challenged, and the ball is cleared out. So PHS is respecting the speed of Lauren as they just clear the ball out.
Yeah, but they're getting back on defense very well. It seems like Lauren is always against 3 or 4 defenders for
and
the,
no
for the
whites
Hornets.
helping them.
No, it's so you know that you got to give PHS credit getting back on defense. Doing a good job, the Hornets.
Nathan Reynolds will take the throw in here midway down on the near sideline, going from left to right. He sends the ball into the box. Beautiful throw, and the ball headed back out onto the foot of Reynolds. He sends it to midfield. He gets it to Michael Reba. Reba going to the open
nice
space.
ball.
Here comes Pelton. Pelton trying to clear it in. Pelton sends a nice serve into the box, knocked out by the goalie. And it's Chazy trying to get something off here. It's Lauren trying to get a shot off. He has it deflected, and it's going toward the middle of the field, picked up by Knight. Knight with the ball, switching fields, going to the opposite side, gets it to midfield. Giving chase is Gravel. He sends it back over to Tregan, and Knight gets to the ball before Tregan, and it's knocked away, and now giving chase is number 12. It is Worley. Worley being challenged by Tregan on the far sideline. It's Worley and Tregan having a battle on the far sideline. It goes out of bounds. Good speed by the Hornets.
Chazy just dodged a major mistake right there by the freshman Hayden Gay. You can't lay a soft ball back there in defense. You can't throw what I call a granny pass. You gotta deliver it with some authority, because you got people that can run it down like Knight, and very dangerous.
Well, Ganga's checking into the game, and coming out of the game is Durham. Here comes the throw in far sideline. Close to the end line, it goes to the 18, headed toward the goal, knocked away, and there's a quick shot that came out of nowhere. A nice dive and saved by Santor and cleared out by the defense. So Santor was on his game there to prevent another goal, and the ball is being controlled here by the Hornets far sideline. It's knocked out of bounds by Gay. Throw in here for the Hornets about midway, halfway down. Another substitution by the Hornets, and it's Carpenter who has the goal for the Hornets checking into the game. And coming out of the game, it looks to be number 12, Worley.
You know, the last few games that the PHS and Chazy have played, I don't think PHS has dominated them like this.
No, I don't remember that. No.
You know, shots on goal and
Last year they tied
quality.
in this tournament game.
Yeah, they did. They ended up tying, but I still think PHS had the better of the Eagles even last year, but not like this year. This year it seems like PHS is quicker. They're on their game earlier.
Well, it's cleared out. The ball is into Chazy territory. And
Jordan Knight, stay! Jordan Knight, stay!
Going from right to left.
Jordan Knight,
They're probably
stay!
10 yards short of the end line. And Jordan
Knight, take the throw in.
is
I want
coming
Jordan on the
over,
field.
And actually, he was going to take the throw in, but he gives it up to Benoit. Benoit with the throw in gets it into Knight, being challenged by Pelton. Pelton and Knight fighting for the ball. Nice job by Pelton. He's knocked off the ball by Knight, and he'll be called for a push. And there'll be a kick here for the Eagles near sideline. If you're just joining us, it's a 1-0 Plattsburgh High School lead over Chazy. We have 32 minutes and 10 seconds here left in the second half. The game has favored PHS definitely the first half and the start of the second half here. Ball goes out of bounds on the near sideline. It is Pelton taking the throw in here for Chazy about halfway down. It's a quick throw in over to Barrier. Barrier back to Pelton. Pelton does a nice job back over to Barrier. Barrier looking to get a shot off. He does. It's a weak shot, and coming off the line is the goalie Roenbeck. He gets to the ball, and he'll work his way to the 18 to punt the ball. He'll take his time. Lauren goes up to give a little bit of a challenge, but no danger there.
You know, you can't dilly-dally with the ball. You know, like Barrier was just doing. You gotta serve it right up fast because these Hornets are right on them.
Well, it's
Good speed.
It's a nice punt into Chazy territory, and the Hornets are buzzing like Hornets tonight. That's for sure. And it goes to the left near sideline over to number 10 Benoit. Benoit with the ball, looking to make a move. Does a nice job. He's looking to get a shot off, and it is Michael Reba coming out to knock it out of bounds, but it goes onto the foot of Knight. Jordan Knight goes off of Knight. And it'll be a throw in here for Chazy. Checking into the game is Casey Buck. And it looks like Benoit is hurt on that play. He's getting up. He's trying to walk it off.
He's got to go down.
And they're stopping the clock. We have an injury, and it's Benoit. We're going to be back in 30 seconds for the replay of this game. 18-town would be Canton earlier today, 3-1. And then, of course, the loser of this game will play Canton at 5 o'clock. And Hometown Radio will carry the Chazy game tomorrow, whether it's the final game or
Good work here by Lauren.
Semifinal or the third place.
Good job,
Lauren. He's going. He sends it across to the box. There's a shot. It was almost an own goal.
Oh, wow.
It deflected off the defense of PHS.
It looked like Kilcarry came over and made a good play, but it was almost an own goal. We had McCarthy that was waiting for that service by Lauren. Great work by Brandon Lauren against, once again, it looks like he beat 3 or 4 defenders.
Well, he's got good speed, and of
Hard
course,
worker.
PHS knows this. They're playing for that short corner kick, so it looks like Barrier will take a traditional corner kick here. Near sideline, they're going from left to right, so here goes the kick. It's a nice feed into the box, and it's headed out here by the Hornets. And we have a whistle, and
somebody's down.
I'm not sure what the call is, but it favors PHS. So Chazy runs back on defense, and it was a foul on the Eagles. So it'll be
Good defending right there by PHS, so not letting that corner kick land. You know how they got it out, they headed it outside, and it was just good defending on the PHS.
Well, nice kick by Roenbeck to midfield, headed by Knight into Votra. Votra, we haven't said his name much this second half, but we're saying it now. He clears it to the far side. It's number 7, Buck, giving chase. And a good job by the defense. Hayden Gay pushing it up over to the far sideline, trying to find, it looks like Matt Gravel. Gravel giving a good effort on the far sideline, but he's going up against Knight. Knight now gets the ball off toward the net. And it's Santer who has to just touch it over the crossbar.
Deceiving.
Nice, beautiful shot, deceiving. And it's a corner kick here for the Hornets on the far corner. PHS is going from right to left, and they have a corner kick on the far post. And this, Joe, will be their 5th corner kick of the game. Chazy's got 2. So in every statistical category, the Hornets are winning tonight.
You know, they're up by 1 goal. Chazy's had a couple of, one good chance this half. PHS has had probably 3. Once again, it's PHS looking really fast, looking really good.
Short kick, and there was a short kick onto the foot of Carpenter, who already had a goal tonight, and he sent a shot wide right of the net. So we have some substitutions. Hunter Domney coming into the game, Cody Tuhill coming into the game, Pelton coming out of the game, and Gravel coming out of the game for the Eagles. And Joe, as we've sat here, it has not gotten any cooler.
If somebody can bring an air conditioner over here and a nice fan, maybe some cooled beverages, we wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind a nice cold water right now, that's for sure. And the ball is into Chazy territory, and it is Knight with the ball. Knight battling the ball, but there's a battle on the far sideline, and it is Hunter Domney who's checked into the game, and his ball is now cleared toward the Chazy net, and it's cleared out by Nathan Reynolds to midfield, but controlled on the foot of Gunga. Gunga with the ball has it taken away by Caleb Snide. He sends a booming kick toward the goalie and off the line. Oh, what a play. It is McCarthy trying to get a shot off. The goalie's off the line.
No, bad angle, though.
And it was a bad angle. And Lauren trying to get off. And what an effort from McCarthy.
PHS just dodged a major bullet there, too.
So Rowanbeck came off the line and the ball deflected. McCarthy was there, but he had such a bad angle he couldn't get the shot off. And Rowanbeck got back in time. But Chazy had an opportunity. Chazy's getting opportunities, but they aren't quality shots. They aren't getting the shots off.
No, but you see a little slapping. It's the first game of the season that really means something. Both teams playing a little lackadaisical sometimes on defense and just making those mistakes that you're not going to see in the middle and the end of the season, hopefully.
Well, Voltra has the ball at midfield. He crosses field to the far sideline onto the foot of Kilcarry, and it goes off a Chazy defender, and it goes off of Caleb Snide. So it'll be a throw-in for the Hornets, and checking in is number 10.
Voltra looks like he has a cramp or something because he's been down a couple of times doing like a push-up stance and just stretching out his Achilles tendon or his calf muscles. Probably is getting a little cramped up. He's been running around the field in this hot weather, so.
That is not uncommon in weather like this, and it's Benoit and Kowalski checking into the game. And the ball is cleared to midfield, and it goes off the chest of number 11, Bukala, and it's now on the near sideline here to number 25, Crockett. Crockett trying to find Fout, and it's knocked away by Snide. Snide one times it up over to Toohill. Toohill pushes it up trying to find Lauren. Lauren one times it to the middle of the field trying to find Barrier, but controlled by the Hornets. Ball goes back onto the foot of Bukala. Bukala switches fields and gets it onto the foot of Crockett. And it goes now to the foot of Kilcarry. Kilcarry with the ball. He'll work his way into Chazy territory. He had some space, gives it up over to Knight. Knight back to the open space. It's a foot race, and going to the ball, the Hornets get a shot off, and it's headed out by Reba. He sends it to the far sideline and headed it to the foot of Snide. Snide gets it up over to McCarthy. McCarthy working his way to midfield, far sideline, and he gets by the defender, but pushes it too far, and it goes out of bounds at midfield. So it will be a throw-in here for the Hornets. If you're just joining us, it is a 1-0 Plattsburgh High School lead over Chazy. Beatmantown won earlier over Canton, 3-1. And coming out of the game is Jordan Knight. Checking into the game is C.J. Worley. Ball is at midfield, and it goes off a Chazy defender, and it'll be throw-in for PHS. And it is number 30, Kilcarry, with the throw-in far sideline. About 10 yards into Chazy territory, the ball goes down the line, headed into the open field, controlled by the Eagles. Ball sent to the midfield, it's knocked down, it's Tregan. He sends a kick into PHS territory. No Eagle there, but there is number 25, Crockett. Crockett controls. Now he gets it over to Voltra. Voltra sends it to midfield, has time. Chazy is not pressuring him. He gets a kick off into the open space, far sideline, and there's a foot race to the ball. And it looks like number 20, I can't pick up the number for PHS on the far sideline.
The Mickey Fry Hayes.
The Mickey Fry Hayes. It's either that or it's my 50-year-old eyes. I'm not sure which one it is. But it now goes into Chazy territory, and no, there's a player down on the ground, no whistle, and here come the Eagles. And it goes onto the foot of McCarthy. McCarthy at midfield. He's got Toohill, and it's just too far up. He tried to find Lauren, and the goalie comes off the line.
Did a good job coming out off his line that time.
Reynolds does a nice job trying to find Snide, and Snide takes down. I can't get that number.
No, he looks like he got his stepped on.
There's no whistle.
Stepped on, I think.
It looks like number, is it Kowalski? And we do have an injury here. You're listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country Hometown Radio. We'll be back in 1 minute. Come back to the George Brendler Field. It was Rob Fout who got hurt. He walked off on his own. And there's a deep throw-in, and it was Rowanbeck coming up with the ball. But during that break, a nice rule for this weekend.
You know, the officials were told to, because of the heat and the humidity, to let the players take a water break. And Kowalski wisely chose that time. Everybody get a drink. No coaching, but everybody go get a drink.
Yeah, smart.
That's just smart. You don't need heat exhaustion. You don't need those kinds of things going on. Let's face it, they're young men, but they're still kids.
At the end of the day, it's only a soccer game.
It's only there's a billion Chinese that never heard of Plattsburgh and Chazy.
If you say so, Joe.
They don't care.
If you say so, Joe. Right now, the shots favor Plattsburgh High School 15-5. They lead 1-0, and the ball is in Plattsburgh territory, and there is a push on the Hornets. So Chazy has an opportunity here. It's a free kick on the far side, just outside the 18. So the Eagles are going to make a set play here. It looks like Barrier is going to take the kick here. I'm not sure if it's going to be a set play or he's going to try to go upper corner.
We're going to find out right now. There's nobody around him, so he's going to try to deliver something.
No, he pushes it back, and here comes Reba. He gets a shot out. There's a shot. And opportunities for the Eagles.
Yeah, great chance for Chazy.
But it looks like, is it Hayden Gay could not get off a strong shot.
And he does have a great left foot too. Hayden
no, it was
Gay.
Nathan Reynolds actually. He's running back.
Okay.
He got a weak shot. Weak shot into rolling back, but it was a nice set play actually
great play.
by the Eagles. And Reynolds couldn't finish it off. Had an opportunity, and Rolenbeck was there. So the Eagles are not bowing down here. They're giving everything they have.
Well, they're looking better this second half than they did the first half.
Yes.
They look more comfortable. They're finding their legs. Lauren's been working hard, created a couple opportunities. Another opportunity right there with a free kick for Chazy, and we have 21:40 left in the second half. PHS is leading 1-0. The shots on goal for Chazy, there's 6 and 15 for the PHS Hornets.
Well, they're about 10 yards in the PHS territory, far sideline. And it is Barrier with the free kick. He sends it up toward the 18, and it's flipped up by number 3, McCarthy, trying to find somebody inside and headed out by Knight. And stepping back up for Chazy on the far sideline is number 9. It's not 9. It looks like is it Reynolds? He's back in there again. There's another opportunity.
Ooh.
Offsides on McCarthy.
Yeah, he was too. Good call by Jimmy Varon on the far side. He's not having a problem seeing things like we are.
So what's happening is McCullough is sending Nathan Reynolds into the offensive end there on the sweeper position.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. Good play. You got to create something. Chazy's, like I said, they kept the ball down here for the last couple of minutes.
Well, the ball's at midfield, and it's Andrew Rabideau into the game. He's fighting for the ball up against number 18, and it goes off of 18. It goes off of Carpenter, who has the only goal of the game in the first half, late in the first half, to give PHS the only score of the game, 1-0. It is Tregan with the ball, but there's substitutions right now for Chazy and PHS. McCarthy is coming off the field, and Tregan gets the whistle from Kowalski, and the throw-in comes in and goes on to Rabideau. Rabideau pushes it back over to Toohill, but it's knocked away, and it goes into Chazy territory, and on the far sideline is Hayden Gay. He tried to push it back to Snide. It was a weak pass back controlled by the Hornets. Now at midfield, it's Botra. Botra and Snide fighting for the ball. Botra gets the kickoff, coming to the near sideline, and it goes off of the foot of number 13 of PHS, Justin Durham. And so it's a throw in here for, actually it's a push on Durham. So the Reynolds will take the kick here for the Eagles. He sends it into PHS territory. Giving chase is Lauren, and Lauren pushes Botra and gets away with it. And it goes for Chazy, so we're lucky on that one. I guess it's Chazy's lucky on that one.
Yeah, lucky Lauren didn't get a call against him because it was a rather sharp, I should say a meaty push.
Well, Nathan Reynolds will take the throw in. Chazy's going from left to right. They are about 3/4 of the way down into PHS territory here on the near sideline. And Nathan Reynolds comes up, and there's a reason for that, because he can get it into the middle of the box with his throw-in, and it is Reynolds. Nice throw-in to the outside of the box, and the ball is cleared out toward the middle of the field, and here come the Hornets, and it goes onto the foot of Knight, but nice job by Reba to get back to knock it away. Ball still in PHS territory, but it is Volcha sending it up to Knight. Now Knight has the open field near sideline, trying to switch fields, and it is Dominic. Dominic pushing it up, stepping up to the play is number 9, Esposito. He sends it in, headed by Knight into the hands of Santor. So Santor will work his way to the 18. There's the punt toward midfield, deep into PHS territory over the defense. And coming onto the ball is Domini, but Domini has it taken away now at midfield, controlled by the Hornets.
Who is it again?
It is Voltrot giving it up over to 14 Ganga. Ganga sends it up, and it's Tregan intercepts the ball. It's Tregan with the ball here on the near sideline, has some space, sends it up over to Rabideau. Rabideau trying to keep it in. Good job by Rabideau. Rabideau being challenged by number 25 Crockett. Rabideau and Crockett and coming over to help out defensively. Good hustle by Dylan Esposito.
Good job by Esposito to shut Rabideau down. Rabideau was breaking in on this near sideline. He had a couple of good moves, showed his speed.
He knocks it out of bounds. So another throw in here for Chazy with 17:38. If you're just joining us, it's a 1-0 Plattsburgh High School lead on a late goal from Carpenter in the first half. Throwing into the box, but there's no Eagle there, just Hornets, and the ball comes out to Knight. Knight near sideline has some space, surveying the situation, chips it up into Chazy territory. It's got some nice spin to it there, and nice shield by Tregan, and it goes out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for Chazy. Gravel will check back into the game. Coming out of the game is Caleb Snide, and we got a throw in here for Tregan.
You know, you can almost feel the momentum. Chazy finally getting a little momentum. They're not playing on their heels, not anywhere close to what they were playing on their heels the first half. You know, they're getting something going.
And it was a throw-in for Chazy. The ball almost came into the press box here, and it was at midfield. Now it's in PHS territory. Gravel switches fields, gives it up over to Hayden Gay, who's defensively is the offensive zone of PHS, trying to do something. It's knocked away. Now it's quickly cleared into Chazy territory, but it goes out of bounds about 7 yards into Chazy territory, far sideline.
I must say Calvin Castine did a great job with that ball that came up here.
Yeah, he dodged it. I mean, he still has his reflexes over here, and it was impressive to see. You can't see it on the radio, but we saw it here up in the booth. And the ball is back into play, and it is Cody Toohill with the ball. He has it knocked away, but Tregan's there. He has it back up over to Barrier. Barrier trying to get to the ball. It's knocked back to Cody Toohill. Toohill at midfield, and it's knocked out of bounds by number 10, Benoit. And a throw in here by Tregan quickly, going down the line, trying to find Rabideau. Rabideau working his way down with that deceptive speed. Is that Lauren?
Yes.
Is Lauren.
A couple of them had those mohawks.
Well, it's that in honor of Frankie Garrow.
Yes.
And it's hard to pick them up.
Yes, it is. You know, they see Barrier's got one, Lauren has one.
And we have a throw-in against Nathan Reynolds for Chazy with 15:33 to go. It's 1-0 Plattsburgh High School. And the throw-in comes into the box off the head of the defense of the Hornets. And it's a loose ball picked up by the Hornets. And Reba trying to kick the ball into the 18.
Oh, it's dangerous. There's a handball right there. Oh, wow.
With it. McCarthy could not get to it in time.
Looked like PHS got away with a handball.
It could have been. It was close, but it's quickly cleared out by the defense. So Chazy on the far sideline, about halfway down, will get a throw-in. And
Chazy's creating some opportunities here. Probably the last 7-10 minutes.
They've played a better second half.
Yes, they have. Much better second half. We have the shots on goal, 6 for the Eagles and 15 for the Hornets. Chazy putting together a nice move here by Toohill on the near side.
And there's Toohill doing a nice job.
Nice service in the
Send
middle.
it to the top of the box. There's a quick shot, and it's hit by the defense of the PHS, cleared out. And it is Reba sends it back to the box. Toohill trying to get a shot off. He does. It's a weak shot, and it goes into the hands of Rowanbeck. So he'll work his way to the 18.
Chazy looking much better. They have PHS playing on their heels, but what Chazy has to be careful of, they don't get caught up. Because PHS does have speed and they have a great transition game.
Absolutely, and of course McAuliffe is sending his defense up any chance he can, trying to get the equalizer here as time is winding down, as we're approaching the 14-minute mark here left in the second half. And it's deep into Chazy territory. Chazy
Nice
controlling
move,
the ball.
clever move right there by Reynolds to get out. Great
You can
move.
tell he's been in the varsity for a few years. So definitely a seasoned play.
coming
Here
down.
comes Lauren now on the counter attack. Lauren, and nice job defensively. He was
Esposito.
picked. He did a nice job. Esposito picking Lauren, and it's cleared out of bounds, far sideline, about 20 yards into PHS territory. Quick throw, controlled by the Eagles, but now taken by Knight. Knight with the ball, working his way toward the midfield, has it knocked away.
Dominic.
And Domini doing a good job over there. Domini loses it over to number 14, and that would be Ganga. Gives it up to Knight. Knight has some space. He sends it into Chazy territory around midfield, controlled by Toohill. He tries to get it to Lauren. Ball is headed back into Chazy territory. and it is Hayden Gay sends it into Chazy or PHS territory on the foot of Lauren. Lauren with the ball, has some space, trying to find somebody, gives it up over to Barrier. Barrier switches fields, and it goes onto the foot of Gay. Gay now sends it up over to Gravel. Gravel trying to get to the ball, but it's knocked away onto the foot of Knight. At midfield, here come the Hornets. Ball sent to the middle of Chazy territory, and the Hornets are on the offensive attack right now. There's a shot off. It goes off the defense, and coming over is Barrier as he gets it up over to Gravel. Gravel switching fields. He's coming up, switching fields, coming out to midfield. Gravel in open space. Giving chase is McCarthy. McCarthy's got great speed, and he's taken down, and it is a throw, and it looks like some good speed by Esposito, because McCarthy's got some great speed, and Esposito came out of nowhere.
That was one of the better transitions of Chazy did coming out of the defense, but you notice the speed of Gravel started the whole thing coming out of the defensive end. He didn't panic or anything, just carried the ball, carried it to space, and tried to get it down the sideline, but McCarthy just had it knocked away.
Well, it was a trip, so it's a free kick here for the Eagles at 12:10 left here in the second half. It's Barrier on the near sideline here as they go from left to right. Barrier outside the 18.
Great chance for the
It's
Eagles.
cleared out, yeah. And Knight was there.
Yeah, Knight did a good job just unloading that ball. You don't mess around on the defense. Good job of substitutions going in from both sides.
Nelson Pelton going in. You have Caleb Snide back into the game. You have kind of wholesale changes here for the Hornets. All kinds of numbers, 21, 18, 8, and 7. So 21 is Foul, 18 is Carpenter, who scored that goal, the only goal. And 8 and 7 is Votra and Buck into the game here for the Hornets. Ball into PHS territory. Knight giving chase, and Hayden Gay loses the ball to Knight, and it goes onto the foot of number 7 Buck, who just got into the game. He kicks the open space. Santer comes off his line. This is dangerous.
Ooh.
And Tregan knocks it away.
That's a big play by Tregan right there.
It was, because you had number 10 Benoit right there.
And if the defender can get to the ball, get the ball. Don't play around.
Here comes Snide. Snide's got some speed, open space. Snide giving chase, and hunting the ball is Crockett. He sends it back over to Rowanbeck, and he kicks it here, and it'll go right out here in front of us at midfield. And it is Tregan coming over for the throw in for Chazy. It's 10:50 here left in the game, and it's a 1-0 Plattsburgh High School lead. PHS winning 1-0 on a Carpenter goal, and earlier today beat Canton 3-1.
Yeah, both entertaining. This right here has been a wonderfully entertaining game so far. Chazy is looking much better the second half. Lost a lot of confidence that first half. That first half, I was rather hard on the boys, and for good reason. PHS was taking it to them, but Chazy right now is keeping PHS buried in their end.
It doesn't hurt when you get some coaching motivation at halftime.
No.
And right now it is Reynolds with the throw and deep into PHS territory. It's going to the middle of the box. It's knocked outside the box, and a shot by Tregan. And coming off his Rowanbeck, and Rowanbeck does a nice job. Two Eagles were there.
McCarthy was there, and it looked like in the middle of, they got those haircuts. It looked like Caleb Snide
were there. It was just Rowanbeck did a nice job, and PHS. So it's almost like PHS defensively is just booting the ball right now, almost like I don't want to say panic, but
you can see fatigue setting in. Really, both teams are. If you're going to watch this video, the fatigue does get to you after you've been running around for so long. Both teams substituting rather freely for a game like this, just because of the heat. But Chazy's pushing everybody up. It really doesn't matter whether you lose 1-0 or 2 or 3-0.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to try to get that goal, because we have 9 minutes and approximately 10 seconds left in the second half.
Well, we got a free kick here for the Hornets, and it goes into Chazy territory on the far sideline. Nice play by number 30 getting to the ball, and that would have been Kilcarry. Ball headed to the box, knocked out by Reba. And now onto the head of McCarthy to midfield. Here comes Lauren. He's not backing down. And the ball's sent by McCarthy to Lauren. And a good job defense. Yeah. And here comes Pelton.
Good job, Pelton.
Pelton with some nice hustle, but good defensive work by number 25, Crockett. And he gets it onto the foot of Benoit. Benoit does a nice job on to getting to Carpenter. Carpenter doing a good job. Looks like Benoit's cramping up again here. He's on the ground. And it is Carpenter on the near the Chazy end line.
Tregan did a great job on Carpenter.
And gets it to Pelton. So Pelton trying to run through everybody. He does. It's Pelton coming down the sideline, and there's Pelton. He's still hustling. He's not giving up, and it's now knocked away by number 18, Carpenter. Carpenter has the ball near sideline about halfway into Chazy territory. He sends it deep in. It goes onto Buck's foot. Buck being guarded by Tregan. He sends it to the end line. He's trying to keep it in, and Tregan takes it off him, and he does. Nice play by Tregan, taking it off the offensive player, and it's a goal kick for the Eagles.
Tregan's made a couple of good defensive plays there for this series. Keep the ball away from the keeper. We see some of the fatigue with the boys sitting in. Carpenter just kind of resting his hands in his knees and just slowing down a little bit. Now this is when defenses really got to pay attention because we have 7 minutes left.
Well, the shots at the halftime, Joe, were 13-4 favoring Plattsburgh, and right now it's 15-8. So Chazy is leading in that category second half. As we said, they're playing better the second half than the first half. Ball's at midfield. It is Gravel. He's trying to find Lauren, and it's an open space. It's Lauren giving chase. Some good speed also by number 25, Crockett. And Lauren trying to pickpocket Crockett. It goes off of Crockett out of bounds. So deep into PHS territory, it's a throw-in, and Reynolds coming over, and McAuliffe is setting up Santor. So he has everybody up here. He sees an opportunity here.
7 minutes left. You have really nothing to lose. Good play by, good call by McAuliffe. Keep the ball
Here
in the
goes
zone.
the throw-in, and it's into the box, and it's cleared out. They're trying to get the shot off, and Gravel sends it up. They say offsides, it looks like. And it was offsides on the Eagles, so it will be a kick here for the Hornets. And everybody has back, including Santor, who's at midfield.
You know what's kind of good? You've been calling for Chazy. You've been calling offsides on the Eagles. That means you're creating opportunities. You know, it's. But you have 6 minutes and 30 seconds left. They gotta do something with those opportunities.
Well, Knight is kicking the ball. He'll be shy of the midfield by about 10 yards. It goes off the head of Snide back over to Hayden Gay. Gay tries to hit it up. It goes off of Buck, and now it's a counterattack here by the Hornets. It is Carpenter looking to get a shot off. Carpenter does get a shot off, but Santor is up to the task. It was a low shot. Santor stood his ground, worked his way to the 18 as he punts the ball 10 yards into PHS territory, headed by Knight into the open space, controlled by number 30, which is Kilcarry. It works its way back to Knight, and Tregan steps up, sends it into the open space near the sideline about halfway into PHS territory. And the ball is now cleared off the head of Pelton out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for Plattsburgh. And taking the throw-in, it looks to be Benoit taking the throw-in here. No, he'll give it up. He gives it up over to number 19, Merrill. Jacob Merrill's into the game. And it is Barrier just moving it up. They're trying to get some speed. Here comes McCarthy with the speed, and the goalie's off the line. And a nice shield also from Kilcarry.
Kilcarry's
to keep
played
McCarthy away from Rowan back.
Yeah, Mitch Kilcarry's played a good game on that right back. He's done a good job. Chazy's had some pretty good success going right down the middle lately. They've been creating a lot more opportunities than they have that first half. They look good. They look a little fresher right now than PHS, it seems like.
Well, I think they're playing with a little more intensity. They're trailing 1-0.
Yeah.
And they're getting some chances, but right now it is a 1-0 Plattsburgh lead with about 5 minutes left. And now it's Snide with the ball.
That's the man that's got to step up. Snide's got to start stepping up in this game in that midfield.
Well, here comes the counterattack, and it's Knight crossing into Chazy territory, far sideline. He's working his way down, some nice speed just by 1-2 defenders. It's Knight coming over, and luckily no whistle there, a tackle from behind, and there is no whistle.
You got ball.
Chazy has the ball, and they're working their way up.
Good play.
There was Snide.
Snide had to get rid of the ball.
Shoot that, Morrow!
He's carried it too much space.
And ball comes over here to the near sideline. It's Pelton. Pelton fighting for the ball. It's Pelton. Does a nice job just by 2 people. He gives it up to Barrier. Barrier sends it back to midfield too far in front of Pelton. It goes onto the foot of Esposito. And now it's Tregan with the ball. He gives up to Barrier. Barrier to midfield over to Lauren. Lauren trying to control, gets it up over to Pelton. Pelton has some space, gives it up over to Barrier. Barrier working his way to midfield. Barrier still with the ball. He's got to give it up. He gives it up over to Tregan. Tregan still into his own territory. It goes off the foot of Buck, so throw in for Chazy. Rabideau goes in for Pelton. We have 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. 16 shots to 8 favors PHS, but more importantly, they lead on the scoreboard. If you're a PHS fan, 1-0.
Coach McCullough pulling everybody up now.
And it's Rabideau. He's got Rabideau in for that speed, and it's now Barrier. Barrier with the ball. looking to do something here. He chips it up into the open space. Giving chase is number 25, Crockett. And he lets it go out of bounds. So it'll be a throw in here for PHS. And coming into the game is Durham. Coming out of the game is Colby Durham. So it was Durham for Durham. Tregan with the ball. And it goes off Rabideau onto the foot of Lauren.
Lauren's a workhorse.
He is working hard.
What a workhorse.
But cleared out by the defense. Deep into Chazy territory. Out of bounds. It will be Tregan with the throw-in. As the clock is winding down here with 2:43 to go. And it is Reynolds. Reynolds will switch fields all the way over to Gay. Being Gay far side, will work his way to midfield now into PHS territory, but he's being challenged by Buck. Controls it, comes back to midfield, over to Barrier. He one-times it up over to Snide. Snide trying to control. Pushes it back, trying to find Reba, but Reba comes too far up, and now it's taken by Worley. Worley's got some space. He's got Reynolds to stop him. Reynolds does a nice job to check him. And Hayden Gay sends it to midfield, but here comes Buck. And Buck sends it to the open space, far side near the end line, and the Hornets will get there first. As the clock is winding down here, we're at the 2-minute mark.
Good move by Worley.
And here come the Hornets into Chazy territory, into the 18, and it's just booted out by Reba. And it'll be a throw-in for PHS. And, of course, LaRose doing a good job subbing at this time, killing some time.
You know, the player's he's going to look at every blade of grass coming across.
He's got Ferris and Ganga checking in.
May sing the national anthem while they're out there. Take a little time.
Good coaching is what it's called.
Do.
And coming off is Buck. Coming off also is number 12, Worley. So it's PHS deep into Chazy territory near the end line, and it's out of bounds, throwing for Chazy deep in their territory, trying to work the ball up the field. It is Snide with the ball, and now it's knocked away toward as a shot on net, a long shot wide of the net, so it's a goal kick. So Chazy trying to set up here, and a minute 10 to go. It's looking good for the Hornets here, Joe, in the second game here tonight.
This is when the Hornets scored in the first half, about a minute and 12 left.
Yeah.
So, you know,
it can be done.
A lot of things can happen.
You know it can be done.
Oh, we never predict anymore.
No, we know what happens when you do that. And right now it is Lawrence at midfield trying to make something happen. He goes into McCarthy's foot. McCarthy trying to work his way to the 18, trying to get a shot off. McCarthy gets a shot off, and it goes way over the net. And we have 38 seconds left. And the shots on net are 16-9. So Chazy has outshot PHS second half 5-3.
Yeah, but they just couldn't overcome that great first half
from the Hornets.
Of the Hornets. You know, Votra. We haven't really mentioned his name a lot the second half. He took the bull by the horns the first half. But you know, they played well enough to keep the ball out of the net.
Rabideau, get forward!
That's all you got to do.
You know, probably
10 seconds here left. And we're to the final 10 here. Chazy in PHS territory trying to get a shot off. And here's the one final shot. It's Lauren trying to get the shot off. A good defense. And it goes wide. And Plattsburgh wins this game 1-0. A very exciting game here at the George Brendler Field. You are listening to the Sports Authority of the North Country Hometown Radio, WIRY. And we'll be back in 90 seconds.
And that'll wrap up Hometown Cable's coverage. Our thanks to Joey Trombley and Joe Poisson for taking us through the game. Thanks for watching, and for those of you supporting viewer-supported local television, Hometown Cable. Thanks for watching.